We want to give a tribute to Daniel Jones, who has recently passed away. Your memory will forever live on in the hearts and minds of those who knew and loved you, man. Rest in heaven. Salute.
Love you, bro.
Which is more challenging, performing alongside a constant complainer, a demanding diva, or a musician with poor retention? Smurf, when did you learn it was show business and not show friends?
Ooh, when your check got involved. When it's like,
you have a good first date.
Mmm.
This should be interesting.
It depends on the partner. It depends on the partner.
Well, okay, you just met her.
Just met her.
So how do y'all feel about ghosting people? Why people ghost each other?
Is that like when you say ghost, what does that look like?
So when you ghost somebody, basically you're talking to somebody and for whatever reason, maybe you're not interested anymore. Maybe they did something you don't like and you just stop responding. You stop talking. You might even block them.
What's up, guys? My name is Daryl Robinson.
I'm Shay Michelle.
I'm Johnny Smell.
I'm George Spanking McCurdy.
Wait, first of all, y'all got excuses right now. We got the best gummy bears in the world.
What are they, Smurf?
Man, they good.
What's the name of them, Doc?
You know I don't know the name of them.
Tell us the name.
Good. What's the name of them?
Let's get it some play.
You know musicians like to eat.
Albanese.
Let's show it to the camera, please.
Okay. I had to read it.
Albanese Gummy Bears.
Okay.
Look at the colors. What is this? Aqua? Like, you know what's crazy? It's like blueberry, raspberry. That's crazy.
That look like some good Kool-Aid. Like go to somebody's crib, you be like, ooh, that flavor. What's
And
that
it's
flavor?
soft.
Yeah.
Nice and soft. And this is Home Musicians Podcast, episode 2. So today, we're going to start off with our sister Shay Michelle with the Lover's Lanes questions.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that, Shay.
All right. So the first question we want to ask is, what is cheating to you? What's your definition of cheating? All right, let's start with Spank.
My definition of cheating is any type of satisfaction outside of your relationship. See, it could be, like over excessive laughter or conversation, this and that. It's like a thin line. Once you kind of cross that line, you're like looking for that kind of attention seeking or, stuff like that. But going outside, it's not even like always sexual. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so. Mm-hmm.
Wait, so let me ask you this. If your girl is into working out,
mm-hmm.
or if she's into food, but another one of her friends, which is a guy, she like, well, you know what? He knows more about this. And she reach out to him versus you. Is that cheating?
Nah, that's not cheating.
Okay.
That's, they like to both get sushi. I'm not a sushi lover. Cool. You guys go ahead and get that. But, when it's like, where's James? I want to go here, but I can't go without him. It's like, hey, I'm right here, babe.
So it's like an emotional attachment.
Yes.
Okay. If it's not sexual, because
I'm a Cancer, so.
Oh, you are emotional. And that's okay. But sometimes, like you said, you don't even have to have a sexual connection with the person. If you have an emotional connection with the person and you are like seeking, like you said, seeking them out, you want to talk to them all the time, you want to see them all the time, spend time with them all the time, things that you really should be doing with your mate. Yeah. A little questionable, right?
Yes.
What do you think, Daryl?
Any relationship with the opposite sex that has communications that your partner is not privy to. Period. So, for an example, when I'm around my wife, and a woman calls me, and maybe a friend or not, I always put it on speaker. So there's nothing to hide. She feels comfortable. I feel comfortable that she's comfortable. And that is the real deal. And let's get into the guy friend delusion. Let's get into it.
The delusion.
To be so let's be frank about this. Ain't nobody really trying to be friends with an unattractive woman. There's always somebody that they're sexually attracted to. So how can you be in a platonic relationship with somebody that's sexually attracted to you? If he had the chance, he's going to live. What does live mean?
Have his
Lay down.
Okay, but so you cannot even if you have a sexual attraction to somebody, you can't control yourself. You can't like just be cool with that person. That's not possible.
I feel like
If I'm an alcoholic, I'm not going in the bar.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going in the bar because guess what? I might be able to control it 9 times out of 10, but that one time, another guy's going to live and it's over after that. You know what I'm saying? The trust is gone. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a traditional man and I'm going to stand on 10 with that. Like, that's who I am. You know what I mean? But that's just what I believe in. I done seen too many situations that ended up the wrong way. And furthermore, I've seen, I did my research on this, a couple clips of women saying that me and all my friends, all our guy friends, we had sex with them at least once. We either had sex with them and we realized that we're not good partners, or we just had sex with them within that time of us being friends. So that's just a fact. So if you play yourself and she be like, nah, we just cool, that's on you.
So real talk, some women will basically never be able to have male friends. And I'm sure it's vice versa with males. Like, because you said an attractive woman, right? If a woman is attractive, she's just attractive. So any man that she encounters.
That's not true.
Well,
just because a
help
woman
me
is
understand.
attractive to you, it don't mean it's the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it's like it just depends on who they're attracted to. You know what I mean? They might not be attracted to looks. They might be attracted to the mind, or they may be attracted to skill set or whatever. Some people are just attracted to different things. Outward appearance is only one thing, man.
Yes.
That's what I am. That's exactly what I am. If a girl is very intelligent and smart, that's a super turn on it.
But that can turn
dummies.
into an emotional connection.
That's why I don't be friends with.
That's what I just
girls.
said. So okay, I see what you're saying. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a physical attraction. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I guess we've established that you really can have platonic friendships of the opposite.
I mean, that's what I feel. I mean, other people rock how they rock. That's just how I rock. You know, some people will allow that. You know what I mean? They both got friends. They go out. I just, I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying?
I think most, like a lot of my like female friends that I've encountered or that I have, a lot of them are really based off of work relationships. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like if it's a photographer, if it's like a photographer, or if it's somebody that's good with marketing or something like that, or like you develop a friendship with them, but it's more geared towards the work relationship. So is that a friend? Or is that like a work relationship?
I think that's like an associate. You know what I mean? And she could be cool, but it's like, that's an associate. But like, I think when I'm talking about a friend, I'm talking about let's hang out.
I'm not.
Let's, you know what I'm saying? You cook me dinner, all that.
That's crossing the line.
Do all that.
But then it's like some friends you be like, that's crossing the line. Especially if like being married, like it's certain things like if I'm not having no friends that my wife can't consider a friend.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't know. Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
Who you with? Sabrina. Ooh. Nah,
so that's why I said
it's not happening.
All communications your wife or your husband should be privy to.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
That means that we're all friends.
We're all friends.
Everybody.
Like,
you can come over.
There we go.
You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I got homeboys that I'm just not leaving at my crib. with my wife. I'm just not doing it because it's like I know my homies and I love them, but we all friends. But nah, you ain't. Nah, you can't stay. We leaving together.
My dad taught me this when I was really, really young. He said, "Son, never leave your girl with another man in the house." He said, "Not even me." He said, "Because when lust strikes, you never know."
When love strikes,
that really stuck with me.
Yeah,
not that he was saying not that he was saying that he was interested, but he was just saying, "Don't do it." And since then I've seen situations where it just didn't turn out the best for somebody that trusted another man around their wife.
Yeah.
It's not cool. You know what I mean? So.
And it's like that with women too. Like, nah.
Because, to have a family, you're supposed to protect and provide for them. You can't put them in no type of situation where they can be exposed. Your kids or your wife or your husband, you can't do that. And you don't even want to put them in a position where they might be interested. You don't even want to do that. So like, why do that? Right. If I can't be everything for you, then maybe we just don't need to be together. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going, this is the homie from back in the day. I don't care. He ain't your homie no more.
So how do you navigate that? Because there are people who have been friends for a very long time of the opposite sex, and then one goes and gets married. So what you just cut them off as a friend? You know what?
Honestly, me and a lot of my female friends, we had that established. Like, if you get married, if I get married, that's kind of like, at that point, we really is the friendship is kind of
really
not that thing no more.
Wow.
And I'm only saying that because out of respect. You know what I mean? I don't want him to feel disrespected when I come around because I might know information that you probably never shared with this dude. And vice versa. Like,
so she can't become both of y'all friends?
Oh, like Daryl said, a lot of times friends kind of stem from an attraction beforehand, whether it was a physical, whether it was somebody being super smart that you love being around with, a personality funny. So it's kind of like we just had that established, like, nah, this is best for us.
So where do friendships come from within your, because it can't just be you and
no, you really house. So like me and Daryl was talking about earlier, first of all, my wife is my best friend. Mm-hmm. Like when I tell you, even person she make me madder than anybody else, but she make me happier than anybody else. Now, most time married, I recommend that married couples hang with married couples. Right. You know what I mean? Because it's like you feeding each other with good energy and good just tools that you wouldn't get with other people. Like single people, nah. If my wife have a single friend, or it's like, why are you kicking it with this single person? Like, what are you gaining from this? It's like we hang with other married couples or family. Like my family is huge, so we kicking it every day. So them friends, good to see.
That's perfect. And then I was gonna bring you what I was trying to tell Spank. I'm not gonna put his name out there because I feel very, very bad for him. But it's a player in the NBA that just had a kid, and he found out that his kid was by his best friend. So that just answers that question right there. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Because that's like you taking penitentiary chances after that. Because you like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I put you on, like, gave you a job. He was working for him. Wow. You my best friend, and you couldn't stop there. You gonna bust my world? Like, no, bro. Like, something gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? So why would you even put yourself in that position? And this is another thing. There's a lot of people that I've been in relationships with, like, as far as like friendships and stuff like that, homies and all that stabbed me in my back, man. Like, I didn't know the whole time they was jealous of me, man. Wow. And sometimes you don't ever see that because in front of your face, it's all smiles and it's all laughter. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting something out of you. but at the end of the day, they want you to fall.
Mhm.
And when they get that chance to make that happen, they push it over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you really can't really trust nobody. Your family is the number one thing you got to protect. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel.
All right. So with that being said, do you think that the relationship could ever be the same again after somebody cheats?
That trust thing, that building that trust thing is a tough puppy, you know. But I do think you can, fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can. But again, it's gonna come with a lot of boundaries and all that stuff because, it gets bad, because I feel like some late girls or females, whatever, they gonna throw that thing back in your face the moment they get pissed off.
Mhm.
They gonna be like, yo, you didn't go to the grocery store and get me XYZ. You know what? Yeah, this is because you called homegirl or whatever. It's like, yo, wait, food? You called? This just don't even make sense. But every time they get mad, that thing is going to come back up.
Very true.
And it's like, dang, is it really? Like, dang, just.
What you think, Spank?
I agree with both. But that's very true. Like just bringing old stuff up. That's always like an issue. It's like I want to throw a flag like in football. Like when it happens, like nope, flag on the play. Nah, can't do that. Like nope, I hate when people do that, but I get it. But nah, like you can't do that. It's like when people cheat, you play Uno and they like kind of cheat, make up their own rules. But no, you can't do that, bro. Man, yes I can, man. Staxies. Like nah, you're not playing Staxies. Staxies, bro. Like all right.
Oh, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you go ahead.
So no. And because this is the difference. I'm a traditional man. I'm going to keep saying that. Men cheat for physical reasons. Via nice body, just for the sport, no disrespect, but it's no emotional attachment most of the time. Well, all of the time, really, if you cheat. Women cheat for emotional reasons, such as dissatisfaction or connection. If a woman cheats and prioritizes another man emotionally, it is difficult to find a reason to continue the relationship. It's just that simple. And I know that to be a fact because if I was to ask men out in the world, like 100 men in the world, do you know every woman that you slept with? They're going to be like, no. Do you remember half of them? They're going to be like, no. You understand what I'm saying? You remember most of them. They ain't gonna be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? With a woman, they always remember, they're connected and all of that kind of stuff. So personal preference for me is no way you can get back from that. You know what I'm saying? Because you broke my trust. I trusted in you to give you everything that I had. And you broke my trust by going out there and being emotionally attached to another dude, man. So, you know what I mean? Good to see you. It's over.
No.
Okay, wait. So you said men cheat for physical reasons.
Absolutely.
I don't 100% agree with that.
Okay.
Only because I'm saying I think a lot of times men cheat being unfulfilled in the area.
Physically.
Not just physically, because like appreciation is a big thing. If I feel I ain't gonna just talk about me, but I know a lot of men that felt unappreciated.
I don't.
So
I just don't.
No, and I'm saying this a lot, I'm gonna speak from I know a lot of married men, and they felt unappreciated. So it was like, it wasn't that they went and started smashing the joint. It was like conversations just opened up, and that's cheating as well. So that unfulfillment came in, and then now you got people calling what they call them work husbands, or they're whatever. And that's why it's like they're having the conversations that they should be having with their wives with another woman on the job.
So to that point, do they emotionally put that woman over their wife?
They shouldn't.
They don't.
They shouldn't.
They never do.
They shouldn't.
Because if they did, they would just leave.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They shouldn't. I know the guys that I know, they shouldn't. If they doing that, they kind of goofy.
In my opinion, most guys do it. They be like, man, wife ain't doing this at the crib. I'm just get this from shorty and go back to the crib. I ain't never leaving my wife. That ain't happening.
Nah, same here.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I believe. So that's a different vibe. Women be like, I mean, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? On that vibe.
Yeah,
That's a whole other joint.
Because women emotionally disattach themselves prior to physically disattaching themselves. That's why women
Thank
are
you.
able to leave.
Yep.
Thank you.
As a matter of
That
fact,
takes time.
I mean, it don't matter what time it is.
No, I'm just saying, like,
It happens.
so I'm
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
that because if it takes time, that means for most women, they're telling you how they feel. They're trying to get your attention. Most women are trying to fix it or whatever. And if you're not listening, then they might start drifting. Or if someone else is in their face, giving them the attention that you're not giving to them, then they might start drifting in their
and
attention.
it's so easy to be that guy. Just to all you have to be is accessible,
Yeah.
available. What was that? Like, what's up? What do you do? Yeah. What do you do? Playing PlayStation, like, oh yeah, like holding the phone talking. Man, you always mad at him. Like,
Which is foolish on a woman's part because that's easy.
it's really easy.
Yeah,
But
And the fact that they, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
Like the fact that they really think this other dude is gonna be the savior.
He can be like, oh man.
It's always for women.
All he
it's
trying
always
to save is that cat.
it's easy to be.
Whenever he
And
trying to
that's
get to the
crazy.
kitty cat.
And what y'all are saying is the very reason why a lot of women have flipped the script. Like the way that guys have been with females, with like manipulation and trying to play you, women have learned the game and they're flipping it up. And
I like it. It's
some
cool.
guys,
Like,
I'm sorry, I don't know about this term, but some guys are really sassy and just like in their feelings or whatever, you know.
What does that look like?
So,
Sassy and
just like when it's flipped, when the game is flipped, it's like, oh, for
this is
real.
the way a female usually is, just emotional and just all over the place and blowing you up and, you know, just acting not like guys normally do, where they don't care. Most guys act like they don't care, very nonchalant. So when a female acts like that, it's like, whoa.
I stop you there. It's not that most guys don't care; they're just protecting themselves. That's what
Now
it is
women
most of the
protecting
time.
themselves.
Yeah, they protecting themselves, and then it's a difference between men and females, right? Because at the very end of the day, a man is given nothing. He has to earn everything he got. Once he earns that, he can get whatever he wants. A woman that's dependent on other men only got about 20, 30, 40 years. After that 40 mark, it's a wrap. Because now all of the guys that got it want somebody younger and somebody fresher. And it's just different for men and women. You know what I'm saying? You know, why would I get a 98 Honda when I get a 2023? You know what I'm saying? Benz.
Well, honestly, older women are getting a lot of play. Yeah.
I very much disagree with that.
Temporal play.
Because, like, I mean, obviously not married women, but, you know, it's a difference between a 20-year-old and a 45-year-old. It's very much a difference in the level of maturity, experience, all of that.
Men don't want that. Men don't want that. Once their first situation didn't work out and they get older, they don't even want all that. They just want a woman to support them, be there, and look good. That's it. I mean, I'm just telling you the facts. This is not how personally I feel, but what I'm saying is, from my experiences, the women that I know in my family are bitter as jacks because they were, when they was bad, they got all the dudes, right? But they wanted the drug dealer or they wanted the fast moving dude, and the regular solid dudes that still got jobs and that's up right now, they salty because they ain't picked them. You know what I'm saying? So now he up and she looking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got a, you know.
Mr. Charles.
So that's all I'm saying. So I would just, you know, like from a man's point of view, and you could agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is, but I would just advise, like, if you get a good situation, just keep it. Don't be a follower and just follow like the internet or reality TV shows and the mentality of certain women, like, oh, to wash clothes and do dishes and take care of the kids. What you think, I'm a maid? Like, nah, it's like, that's, in my opinion, that's what makes a good relationship, because the man has his job and the woman has their job. So if it's working hand in hand, everybody's happy, everybody's being fulfilled, and everything's good. That's just how I feel.
Well, I feel like, I don't know. I'm the kind of person, I don't like to put a full blanket across the board for everybody. Different situations for different people. Generally, it's probably not going to work out the same or be the same ever again if somebody cheats. Because like you said, the trust is broken. What the work that has to be put in to get some level of that back, and it's always going to be in the back of your mind, because now you've shown me that you're capable and you're willing to do this. So what's stopping you next time? What's stopping you from falling again? Whatever caused you to do it the first time, who says you won't do it again? But to kind of get back, I've been cheated on before. And what I needed was reassurance, a whole lot of it. I needed for him to respect my boundaries and respect what I needed. Okay, if you usually out late and not before, I wasn't tripping on you, like, where you at? Now I'm tripping. Yep. Can you respect that I'm tripping and the reason why I'm tripping? And just, I'm not on your top like that. Just check in with me. If I'm texting you, hit me back. You know what I'm saying?
And I think you deserve that.
Yeah.
Like a woman deserve, if he did what he did, she deserved whatever it takes to make her feel appreciated again.
Right.
That's necessary,
like
especially if you love her.
That's the sentence. You are sentenced to check in at 7 p.m. and 12 a.m. if you are not already home. That's it.
No, because I don't like.
But you do it willingly,
and I don't want to smother anybody else. But if something is just not, if 2 and 2 is not adding up to 4 to me, then I'm just gonna ask the question. However you respond, that's on you, and whatever comes after that, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like I said, they're reassuring.
But let me say this: that reassurance is only going for a week. Because after a week, we back moving like it never happened.
Yeah, because
ain't no way.
Because you said reassurance is different types, like because you gonna need verbal, then and you gonna want to see the actions, and it's like.
So think about it. Think about it. If the person cheated,
basically, yes, what?
If the person cheated, a woman is not. Most women are not going to 100% feel comfortable with you even touching them again. Because you're going back to, they weren't there, but it's that imagination is picking up on everything that is going through your mind. And you can't help it.
Forget about it.
No,
forget about it.
We was standing up. It was standing up.
I'll be honest. If a woman cheated on me, I'm gone. I'm not built for it.
It's a wrap.
I'm so gone. Yeah,
I got cheated on, and you know what? As soon as I found out, I walked in the room. I was like, "Yo, I'm out." She's like, "Where you going?" I'm about moving. I had an apartment and everything. I'm out. Yeah, she want to chase me down. No, it's cool, but I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I'm out here chilling. I don't want chilling, but I'm just saying I found out that you was living. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm out because I just really can't trust you. Because if you could do that to me, you could do something else to me. You know what I'm saying? And, if somebody lied to you, they can steal from me. I don't want to go through that whole route. She was doing it so smooth, but I found out, you know what I mean? And it was just like, I can't really trust you. And that's the best decision I ever made. You know what I'm saying?
But what if she tells you, like, she just messed up? Yo, like,
I'm like,
I'm
a dude. That's what I would say to you. No.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
You a female, you let somebody live.
So she get 5 points for telling you, but you already like negative 50.
But she didn't tell me.
So
I found out on my own, you know what I'm saying?
See? Because you know how that's like one good thing if she sits you down and tell you, it's like, all right, you know what? I respect that. Thank you.
But most women ain't gonna do that because they're not gonna do that.
Most men not gonna do that. Most men get caught.
I've seen some dudes,
most men get caught. And then they get remorseful when they're caught.
Did you get him back?
Did I what?
Did you get him back?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I
Your face said everything. You got him back that next day like, yeah, it was this dude I was checking for.
No.
There's still time.
No, and I was trying to make it work only because he really, really was trying to make it work. But as I was trying to, work with him, I'm like, this is what I need or whatever. He's like, okay, cool. But after some time, you said a week, after some time, it was like he started falling back. And it really wasn't that long. It was maybe a few weeks, a month, something like that. Now, mind you, we weren't together, like we were separated for a short period of time. And then when he came back, then it was trying to like rebuild or whatever. But he wasn't willing to put in the time and effort. And then went back again.
Yeah, see.
So I'm saying it's like
That again is the
Separated.
killer.
Well, this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on you. Third time, shame on you. You can't keep making the same. If he's gonna do it once, he's gonna do it twice. Like I told any girl, you know what I'm saying? If they in a relationship with a dude and he shoves them, I'm saying he's gonna smack you next.
yeah.
It's just gonna happen. And then once he smack you, he's gonna punch you. You know what I'm saying? The next time you're going to, it's going to get worse and worse because he like, oh, damn, I did that. She accepted me back. She ain't going to never leave me. And that's just how some people are, man. These savages. So it's like, if you see that kind of characteristic in somebody, you need to stay away. You know what I mean? And that cheating thing is just not cool. Because I think at this point, with all that we know about communication and how our ancestors came up and our parents came up, we know a lot better about we just got to communicate our expectations and let them know, like, I'm unfulfilled in this area. You know what I'm saying? Can we step that up somehow? And if we communicate that, you'd be like, oh, no, I would love to do that. Just teach me how, whatever. And then all of that cheating wouldn't happen because you already know.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or you'd be like, yo, when you talk like this, you destroy me. Like, I don't like gossiping. I don't like when women gossip. It destroys me. So, that's conversations I had to have. Like, yo, when you do that, that really turns me. It makes me want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't know that. Like, all right, I just be doing it. I just cut it off. And then it was like, it just made me happy. Mm-hmm. But if I never told her that and I just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not really communicative as dudes either. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. You know what I mean?
But if I say it, I need an action to go. Please. Like, even if it's not instant, but like over time, just respect. Like, if I'm like, hey, I need some fried chicken. If you don't cook it tonight, at least can I have it tomorrow?
You know what I want to bring up.
No, we can't.
Okay,
we can't bring it up.
Okay, that's fine.
We can't.
Ask you first. Yeah, Shay, what else you got?
All right, so what is, kind of shifting gears a little bit, what is your idea of a good first date? This should be interesting, y'all.
It depends on the partner.
Well, okay, you just met her.
Just met her. We going to Starbucks. I ain't spending no bread. Nah, we going to Starbucks. We gonna have a coffee. We gonna talk.
Somebody you just met, you taking them to Starbucks?
Yup, we going to Starbucks.
Actually,
that's it. She is getting she ain't getting a grande. She is getting a tall. It's like
okay.
No, only reason I'm saying that is because I don't think it's wise to be investing all this money. You're gonna take her out on a major date, spend $600-700 on a steakhouse for her to say, yeah, I'm kind of cool. Nah, I'm saving my money. You gotta work our way up. I'm not doing it.
Y'all all feel the same way?
Well, see, just being a musician is easy. Like if you meet a girl, especially if she loves live music, you know what I mean? You can find out what's going on during the week. Hey, listen, meet me down at this spot. There's some live music going down. She gonna end up being like, yo, I'm gonna call two more of my friends. Like, is it cool if they come? What's the cover? Oh yeah, it's just $3, $5. Oh. So I would say, depending on the girl, a live music night would be really dope. Anywhere where you can like talk and have a good conversation. The movies is, that's not good because you don't know her. So it's going to be like awkward. You could be looking at the movies. This is a little weird. Like you want to have some conversation and stuff. A bar, lounge, church in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
But what would probably be a good one? If she likes seafood, go and get some crab legs. Like, it's messy. You get to see them, just icebreaker.
See if she ghetto on that.
And see if she, because I need a little bit of that little ghetto.
Or
Wait, so you
ribs,
ghetto
too.
for cracking your
Nah,
crabs
it's all about how you
certain
cracking them, though.
You like, oh, love, God.
bib or no bib.
Definitely bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Definitely. Because
Okay.
if you can't be leaving out with the grease stains,
Yeah.
you know.
Because if you try to look cute, all right, you one of them,
But dang, crab legs can be kind of expensive, so.
That's
Oh
what
my
I was thinking that. It said like,
Well, yeah, we can go. We
okay,
go to
so-
Chinese buffet.
At what point do y'all come to what level do you have to be at to go to make everything top tier? We were talking about Michelin star.
Everything
restaurants.
top tier.
yeah, everything.
So first of all, this is the thing. Like, I gotta go with who I am as a person. I don't even do that every day. So why do you deserve that?
Mm.
You don't. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really
You
let
said
me
they
see.
don't deserve it
No.
because you don't do it every day. They don't deserve it.
No. What I'm saying is, if I don't do it for myself, why am I gonna do it for somebody else?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can understand
I got
that.
a million other responsibilities. What asset are you to my life?
So
For me
y'all,
to take-
so you don't believe in impressions.
My impression,
You gotta maintain
so
that.
I came like this. If you ain't impressed with this, and that ain't enough, then good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is going to go. Like, you have everybody, we all musicians out here. You know what I'm saying? We've been in music all of our lives. We had some really good times, and we had some really bad times. I can't have a girl looking at me based on my good times, and then when I get to my bad times, looking at me different.
Amen.
I need her to look at me the same every way all the
But
time.
who says that? I mean, it depends on the person. Who says she's automatically going to look at you different?
Why would you want top tier all the time? Like, for what?
Say all the time?
Oh, I thought
Top
you said,
tier what though? Like
So,
restaurants,
like,
stuff like that. Okay, like when I want a real good
a
steak,
date.
I'm gonna go and get a real good steak, But
But I'm not doing the first date.
I can go to Carrabba's too. I don't gotta go to a crazy Italian spot. I don't know. I
Hey,
feel like
Texas Roadhouse got a banging steak.
What I'm-
yeah.
what I'm saying is, I'm not-
That
I'm
bread.
not going out of my character for nobody else
Yeah.
unless they are worth it. And most of these women are definitely not worth it. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? They bring no asset to my life.
Not worth it.
But my thoughts is too as well. Why do you want to do that? Like, you want, first of all, can you pay for it? Like, my thing is, I mean, that would be super attractive to me if we did go there. And she's like, no, I got it. I got it. Now you deserve.
That's 75.
So now I'm gonna hit you right back.
75.
What? Let's
What?
go to this joint.
Yeah.
That's an asset.
That's
to
us.
us.
Exactly.
Not a joint like I want to try this joint. Now they taking selfies of the food, not
Right.
putting you in the picture, making sure you back up a little bit. Bro. I can see your fat finger backing up.
And
And they
depending
throwing
on
it up online. I just was at such and such.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? No, bro, we ain't doing that.
it's crazy.
You a sucker if you fall for that.
Going to the bathroom for 10 minutes.
Right.
Because they taking selfies.
Text her or other dude that she'll connect with after the date.
Right. I don't need to ride home. But you can leave though. You can pull off.
So do you take do y'all take your wives to?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she deserves everything.
How did you get
That's
Everything.
my
there, though?
wife.
How did you get there though?
We've been together for 22 years.
Yeah, but you had to be together for 20 years. I'm saying, how did you start the dating to get to where you feel like now you're worth?
So one thing
spending my
about my
money
wife
all day.
is, I know for sure, if I was to live in a cardboard box, she'd be right beside me.
Same here.
When I was sick, she took care of me. She puts me and my family, my kids first. There's no doubt about that. She's loyal to me. You understand what I'm saying? I can even venture to say, if I was locked up, Lee, I was like, each boy gotta go. She won't make me happy. And that's real. I would never put her in that position, but she would try to figure that out. She try to figure it out. That's a rider, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, I done seen too many cats put their all into a joint and they hurt them and they be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know for sure she got my, because I've done too much, like on a bad side. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have really got back and be crazy. She never did it. Like she just really truly loved me. She got respect for herself. And another big thing for me is they gotta love God, man, because they gotta love God more than they love me and our family, because God is gonna always keep you in line because he don't never change. So if you got locked in with him, then no matter what I do, if I shift a little bit, she always gonna stay solid. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing better than that. It's no better feeling. I can go on the road. We've been on the road for 6 months. I'm cool. I know nobody in my crib. My cousin came to my crib. One of my favorite cousins, he knocked on the door. He was like, down here. She was like, no. He's like, can I come and use the phone? She was like, no. So he was like, yo, you're crazy. She wouldn't even let me in the crib. I love her though, you know what I mean? But that's solid, man. So like, I got so many stories, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so that's what it takes for me, because, you know, just, I don't really trust people like that, to be honest with you. So it took a lot for her to get there. You know what I'm saying? But anything I got, she got it. You know what I mean? So.
Murph, how you get there?
Man, she just trustworthy. Like, man, look, if we only had a pack of oodles and noodles, they were ramen noodles, we cool. And so because she can ride, like, at a low level, it's like, I'm willing to, whatever I can do for her, she got it. And that's just because she showed that level of loyalty to me, even when I wasn't 100% loyal to her, you know. And I'm saying that to say, like, in the process of dating, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I know I'm a trip. And the thing is, she loved me beyond my goofiness. Like, man, I could be a trip.
Yes, you can.
And, you know, like, it's times where Daryl want to tell this story so bad.
I want to tell it so bad. If y'all hear this story, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, I see what he's dealing with.
Yes, it's times when it's 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, and I'm like, babe, can you fry some fish?
Oh my gosh.
And
she did sleep. Ain't like, yo, can you wake up, fry me some fish? Like, not like he be able to make a sandwich. Fry some fish? Like, seafood and all. That's
the whole
crazy.
thing. And she loved me enough to do it. You know what I mean? Now it's a little bit different because she's into this health thing and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like, nah, they got better options. And matter of fact, you need to be fasting and starting at 9 and, you know, intermittent fasting. Yeah. So, but the fact that she do that kind of stuff for me, oh yeah, I gotta go all out for it when I got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I ain't got it, sorry, babe.
But she understands.
And she understands, yes.
That's cool. Yeah, it's expectations. And depending on the person, whatever your lifestyle is, whatever you're used to, is what you're going to give, or is what you're willing to give. Because there are some men that they need top tier everything, so they're going to have that mentality if that's what they want to give. And it's nothing wrong with either one. If whatever level that you're on, or whatever your mentality is, find somebody that's compatible with that.
The girl that wants Michelin star, everything. Or
yeah.
So I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that. So I told you that's not even my preferences or values. But then also, I just looked up a little fact here. Michelin star restaurants are very expensive, and only 21% of men make over $100,000 a year. So good luck. Unrealistic.
And I mean, like, that's a car payment. Like, let's put that bread somewhere else.
Right, that's smart.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll rather pay your car insurance a car note than we gonna eat a steak and poop it out that same night.
What my man Wallow do, he take like, let's go to Target. He take him on a Target run. That's the smartest thing you ever do. Because every woman needs something from Target.
I love Target.
They be like, oh, for real? And whatever you want. that's better than giving Del Frisco's $500-$600. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and plus, like when you don't go all the time, that's how you really learn how to appreciate the 5-star restaurant. You know, this is why this is a 5-star restaurant.
Right.
Okay, all right, you know, if you go all the time, I mean, like because like we go to plush places all the time, but that the quality food, you know, because I love to eat. You know, they love to eat. So, like,
Absolutely.
Right.
restaurant week, when is that?
I don't know. My brother know. He always.
I always be missing that.
Review. Is it the reviews that they give for
Yeah,
different restaurants? Okay. Yeah.
restaurant week is serious. I'm like always out of town.
Yeah, and then my thoughts is, why would you want to eat there 2 and 3 times? Is it like a luck thing? Is it like a status thing?
For sure.
Or is it you really love the restaurant?
It's a status
Some of
thing.
them are overrated, to be honest.
They all the same to me.
Yeah.
Like you on Roof Chris, Ocean Prime, it's all the same
Mhm.
thing, just
Definitely.
different atmosphere.
Yeah, steak 48. That's it. Yeah. Del Frisco's is good though.
I like this. That's good.
That steak is
I like those
crazy.
and Eddie V's and King of Prussia.
Okay.
That's a nice one. They be having a jazz band in there too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a lot about ambiance, honestly, but I
Yeah.
mean,
And we all love Benny Hanna's. It's just who don't
I
love
grew up in
Benny's?
the hood. Give me a Chinese store, man.
That too all day. 4 wings
Stir
of
fry
fries.
rice.
You crazy.
Look,
Fried hard.
Man. Remember some years ago when a Chinese store French fries was slamming?
yes.
When they used to come in the bag,
Yes.
they changed them. I don't know what happened. The
Right.
supply changed. The supplier. Just to point that out there.
Why you always talk like super hood when you go to the Chinese store? Yo, let me get some French fries.
no,
Yeah.
it's Kage.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
French fries?
Some French fries.
They were like 10 minute, 10 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about ghosting people? Why people ghost each other?
Is that like a when you say ghost, what does that look like?
So when you ghost somebody, basically you're talking to somebody and for whatever reason, maybe you're not interested anymore. Maybe they did something you don't like and you just stop responding. You stop talking. You might even block them.
It's very rude, man. It's very rude. And once it happens to you a couple times, you do it. Because hurt people hurt people.
Mhm.
That's very true.
And that person gets mad at you, like, yo, you have to do that. And you sit one day and be thinking, like, they right. You know,
Mhm.
but it's just, it's rude. You know, you could just hit them up, send them a message. Hey, listen, I don't think this is going to work for me. I'm going to just, chill or whatever. But some people don't like confrontation, so that's
Right.
easier for them.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's kind of legal. It's 50-50.
Okay. 0.
What kind of ghost are you?
I think
Are you a holy ghost? Or a Pac-Man ghost?
he's stupid. Yo. So I think it's a lot of times to avoid conflict, especially between when it's like a male ghosting a female, because you ever heard a girl say, just tell me what it is, I ain't gonna get mad. That's always a lie.
Oh, that's the biggest lie ever.
Yeah.
That's a big lie, because whatever you say, like, well, if you would have said this, I would have got mad.
Exactly.
And then so it's to avoid the argument, you know what I mean? But I do feel like if you invested and she's invested a lot of time in that relationship, and just to walk off is pretty rude, like you said. And she deserves a conversation. Even if you're not 100% forthright about what it is that's going on with you, because it might be something personal, but you should give her some type of explanation because she spent time. And I mean, that's the most valuable commodity that we have. We can always make money back. We can always get materialistic stuff back. We can't buy time. So if somebody spends time with you, that's a really good sign that they really was feeling you. So you have to let them know, why it's over or whatever. That's how I feel.
Okay, like for example, I I saw a situation online, and two celebrities, and like everybody was mad because the celebrity, broke up over the phone. And I saw, a lot of comments like, "Oh, I can't believe he did that over the phone." And I'm like, look at that, man. Like, at least he did it. And then I'm like, so what? You gonna fly in? Okay, so what I wanted to sit down here, at Del Frisco's and talk to you about was that I don't think we should see each other no more. It's like, that's a little too much but I get it. But they were like, yo, he should have flew in and did this and that. But, just to say they always never satisfied.
That's tough, especially if you're not in the same space, the same area. You know what I'm saying? So like, why spend that time or that money really to go and do all of that? Most people don't even want it. Well, she's not gonna want to hear the conversation anyway. She's not gonna accept what you're saying. But on the other side, like, okay, what if you talk to the person and you tell them you're not interested, or it was nice or whatever, but I think we should fall back, and they're not listening.
Yeah. That's a legal ghost.
Warranted?
Go ahead and go.
A legal ghost.
A legal ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I had that experience one time where, I was talking to somebody and it just wasn't my cup of tea. And I was mature about it. I said, you know what? You're a very nice person. I appreciate, the time that you put into talking to me, whatever. However, perhaps we should just be friends or just like not talk. And he literally was like, well, what did I do? And I don't want to answer a bunch of questions. Like, I'm explaining to you how I feel.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's when the ghosts come in. Like,
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. Let me play right back.
So at that time, I'm like, he was basically like, well, give me another chance. Let me try something different. I'm like, okay. So I'm like,
you can't try nothing different when it's like, yo, I'm not attracted to you. It's not really.
So that's why you have to back out softly.
I did. I ended up
You
easing
gotta
out and I
back
had to
out.
block.
You have to ease that thing.
But it depends on the person. So
You can ease it with everybody. Some people take longer than others, but you gotta ease it out, because if it's a rough, abrupt joint, everybody can't really take that. You know what I mean?
But that's what I was trying to do.
People have abandonment issues. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure, like, I know they feeling me, so let me just make sure that I make this as easy for them as possible.
But it wasn't even that long. It wasn't even that long, and it was just
in your opinion. But I'm saying is everybody, everybody's different. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm telling you, this is from a guy that had, things happen, windows and all that, flat tire. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta back out slow.
This was not a relationship. We were not.
But so this is the thing. What I learned
I didn't
about
owe
that,
him anything.
I didn't look at it like a relationship either. But some people see it another way. So it's just like you got to make sure. Just for your safety, because people are crazy out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, I didn't even know. Like, they went crazy on me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you got people emotional. And in today's time, people are mentally all over the place. Shay, go-go or reggae?
What's go-go?
What's the joint that come on that the girls go crazy over?
Which one?
All of the reggae songs that came on back in the day.
Well, I think about
I'm sorry.
Petra and
how'd that go?
She's an artist. I can't remember the song off the top of my head. But that if we talking about that, then I'm going reggae. Because I loved it.
What you go with?
I'm going reggae. For sure. Give me some ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah. That's the. I'm definitely going to go. I'm definitely going to go. Because when go-go come on, everybody starts dancing. When reggae comes on, the women start dancing. So,
And I want to dance with them.
There you go. There you go. But
I got to say reggae too.
Go-go was like so percussion heavy. I just love hearing that. You know what I mean? I love hearing that feel. So reggae, go. All right. I'm the only goofball. Okay, cool. All right. We're gonna get into some drum stuff. Best cymbal brand, Spank.
PA Mino. Variety. I mean, the price says it all. You know, these are expensive because they're one of some of the best. But they have so many different types of cymbals. It's just the catalog is crazy. I'm still going through it. Like, oh man, let me check out this ride, check out these hi-hats. But it's the quality, man. The versatility. You can go dry, brilliant, dark, medium, thin, just all companies have those. But Mino, man, it's just set aside, man. It's a different sound. Like once I switched over to Mino, that's when I really got married to my cymbals again. Like, okay, I need this. I need these hi-hats, this crash, and this stack, whatever. So that's a good feeling. Gotta say Mino. I love Zildjian too. Zildjian is really dope. To be like a standard brand, they have like a lot of legendary stock.
That's what I'm gonna go with, Zildjian.
Yeah.
Durability, variety, and they allow me to express myself as a drummer the way that I want to. You know what I mean? That K-Con is ridiculous. That specific line of cymbals is ridiculous. And it's perfect for the music that I play. So I love that.
Which line is that?
K Constantinople.
Oh, the K's.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We had JC rehearsal and I cracked Drew's K one time. And he came back to the 18th of March and he saw that.
That okay, yeah.
Bro, he got so mad at Listen, I was running from him. It's like he wanted to like fight me. Like, bro, I'm sorry.
Expensive, man.
Yeah, he was really mad. Like, for real.
Best drum brand.
Ludwig. I mean, it's a lot of different good brands. I like Ludwig, versatility. I love just speaking of Amir, just listening to his drums, really, really persuaded me a lot. Going from 70s to 90s to hip hop to this to that. It's like, very, very versatile, beautiful drums. I'm not mad at Mapex too, man. Like you've been playing Mapex forever. Like all your kids sound super good. The Maples. Yeah.
Want to say Mapex?
Of course.
I mean, I think that they're like innovative. I mean, I think we're the number one selling brand, but that's beside the point. But I just think that they've been really like, they're sturdy, they sound good, they look good, and they're very versatile. Like I play different genres of music, and they pretty much work out for everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's a pretty good job. You know what I mean? So shout outs to Mapex. All right. This is another question for the musicians. Which is more challenging, performing alongside a constant complainer, a demanding diva, or a musician with poor retention? Spank.
Yeah, I think it's the musician with poor retention. Because at the end of the day, you're playing, and if they can't retain what you're playing, then they're gonna be messing up, which means you might be going down in flames. So dealing with a complainer, you can kind of stay 5 yards away from them on the road. You get back to the hotel. Hey man, you trying to get some food? Nah man, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna go to the room. You can stay clear of them. And the other type person, what was he?
A diva.
The diva, yeah, it's the same thing with, divas, they come every gig. You learn how to deal with that. Retention, no, that's an issue. Like, you got to retain stuff. Like,
how you get the gig?
And then, like,
crazy.
Right.
But they just can't remember nothing.
Ooh.
If we're recording rehearsal, which we always are, we got to start over because you keep messing up on that bridge.
And I've been in a situation like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, you want to go next? I'm going to say the constant complainer. Because if you were unhappy with the arrangements, why did you take the gig.
Right.
And I can't take someone murmuring, complaining all the time. Because I'm so grateful to be there. You know, I'm a dude that grew up in the hood, in the neighborhood, that was dangerous and all that. A lot of cats ain't make it out. So when we going to the airport to go to London or we fly in business, I'm just super excited. You know what I'm saying? So for someone to be complaining about every little thing, that just takes my spirit down. I think with the diva, I can avoid them. And with the person with poor retention, we can just put them in the box. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, too.
Just to get
Throw in
me
the
messed up,
box.
we good to go. Or we got to talk back. Yo, on the one. I remember the line. You know,
Yeah.
I done played with people with poor retention. A good friend of ours has not the best retention. When he's not paying attention, I got to tell him every little line. But we just got that worked out. You know what I mean? I know that about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he ain't remember this stuff, so I'm gonna make sure he good.
Yeah.
And once you tell him he good, you know what I mean? So that's my thing.
Yeah, I think it's the complainer too, bro. And I mean, and I say the complainer it's like, why don't you find nothing good in a situation? We're so blessed, like you said, so blessed to be here. But then, as a music director, it's like you have so many other things you have to worry about. You have to worry about making sure the artist is straight, making sure, getting everybody there. Just getting in town, like. And then if you got somebody constantly, like, yo, man, why this, why that, why this? That thing that destroys you. I'd rather be around a lot of people that just got good energy and just okay musicians with good spirits, because we can figure out the other stuff. But yeah, the complaining thing is a beast. It's a beast. And you can potentially lose the gig because of the complaining. Because it's like the artists will be, they're like, yo, why they not happy?
They're not happy to be here, yeah.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah, the complaining thing is a beast.
Smurf, when did you learn it was show business and not show friends?
Ooh. When your check got involved. When it's like,
gotta talk about that, Doc.
It's like, yo, Doc, I gotta make this bread. And sometimes everybody can't go up with you, Doc. Everybody can't go there with you. So you kind of gotta transition that friend thing to, gotta put that, we be friends after the gig. And I hate to say this, it's so many people that, feel entitled that they're going to go with you when they really, it's not even that you're not qualified. It's just, this can probably cost me the gig because of other things. Like, people want to get too close to the artist and think that the artist is your friend. A lot of times it's really work and we keep good relationships. Some artists, you do develop a friendship, but then you have some of your homies, they want to get too close to the artist, and that kind of stuff can make you lose the gig again because it's like, no, that's not your friend. That's somebody, you're a hired contractor.
Right.
And it's about getting the job done. And it ain't about us being friends, because now if I got to let you go because the artist don't like you, it's not our friendship, it's work. You know what I mean? So I got to kind of be able to separate that.
What about you, Spank?
Show friends. Yeah.
You know how some artists be like, yo, you my man, you my brother, and then something might happen, in the, business-wise, and you be like, huh? I didn't expect that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just like he said, once the money, like that money, just, being owed money or this and that, or you just all of that stuff, like when that gets any type of funny, like, yeah, that's when it's like, okay, I see how you roll. We have a lot of those guys that we know, a couple of local artists, they don't really, their money's a little funny or whatever they do. That's why nobody in the city won't play for you. So now you got to go in the outer skirts.
That's a real thing.
So my thing is, when I learned it very early. I was younger, maybe 20, 21. I was on tour with a major artist. I invited a drum mentor of mine to come see the show. after the show, I was fired. And my replacement was the drum mentor that I invited to the show. So I was like, oh, okay. This ain't, you know what I mean? Cats ain't really your homies out here. They say they are, you know what I'm saying? But they really not. And I wasn't too ticked off or upset at the artist, but you know, my mentor could have had a conversation with me about it. You know what I'm saying? I just found out on a, you know, when it happened to me or whatever the case may be. And I understood it. And you know, because that's one thing is like, you know, my family has taught me to be very strong and prideful at times. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me, that's fine. And after that, you know, my career took off. They called me back and I said, okay, I'm available, but I needed to get paid. What Main Man was playing, we was getting paid. We can't do that. Well, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So just like they hit me, I hit them. You know what I'm saying? That taught me a valuable lesson very early. Like, you can't take none of what a lot of these people say seriously. You know what I mean? So, you know, for you guys out there that's on gigs and stuff like that, I don't care how cool you feel you are with the artist. At the very end of the day, still keep your business intact.
For sure. For sure.
If Prince, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's kind of messed up, bro.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. And one thing I thank God for the keyboard community, because I think I see more of that with drummers and I don't want to kind of make that a thing.
Well, no, drummers are naturally competitive. We competitive.
Got you.
So even though we homies and all that, we competing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We are
and it's healthy though.
We had a share. I always tell them I'm gonna smoke you tonight. I be playing around, but it's like, yeah, I'm really like, yo, I'm going in. Especially with certain people that I'm playing with, I'm like, I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we just push each other. You know what I mean? You know, so we're competitive. So, but for that to happen for me, for somebody that was like 10 years old, because I was trying to gain his respect. I'm like, maybe he's gonna look at me with respect now, but you know, it just ain't go that way. You know what I mean? He actually took the gig back. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I realized at that point, like, you know, I can't really be trusting people like that. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Shay, I'm gonna start off with you. If Prince and MJ were still alive and went on tour together, who should open? What artist should open for them?
Oh man, what artist should open for them?
Bruno Mars.
That's exactly what I said. I said Pharrell at first, but then I was like, that's a little biased because I know I'm gonna be playing. Yeah. But Bruno Mars would be that would be cool.
I didn't listen to Bruno too much before the Super Bowl. I gained respect for him when he did the Super Bowl. I was like, whoa.
Oh, his song is crazy.
I was like, he can really sing and he's a really good entertainer. So that's a good one. I never even thought about that.
What about Outkast?
Oh.
Okay.
Goats.
That would be crazy.
Stevie's not opening.
That would be crazy.
That would be insane, man.
Because Stevie's not gonna open. So like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Steve, that's the ultimate show.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kanye open for them.
Is it the same? Because when you think about the artists that people are paying money to go see, a lot of times you're not really privy to who's opening up for them. So like I went to a concert and the person that opened up for them, I was like, I would never go to see this person.
But Kanye, that's going to be headline news. So that's a major opener. They're definitely going to show tell you that that ticket is going. First of all, that ticket is going to be crazy.
Would it be
Kanye, Prince, and MJ in one night? Come on, man.
But would it be the same, like the interest for the people that are coming? Because some people who like MJ, they really like Kanye.
Some people that like MJ don't like Prince.
That's true.
So my whole thing is like, this is what I can say. And Spank was on this tour. The greatest most amazing show I've ever seen in person was the Glow in the Dark tour, which was Kanye West tour. And he was playing and a couple other brothers that we know. And I watched the show every night. You know why? Because Kanye really takes his production and his show seriously. Any mistakes that was made, he would call it out on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about to a light being the wrong color.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He don't play. So the production is going to be goofy. So, and like, I think that's a good joint right there.
What about Beyonce opening? I think that's appropriate. Why y'all quiet?
That's
Y'all
interesting.
quiet.
That's actually
I mean,
interesting.
she's working her way to being an icon, in my opinion.
I think
and
she is
Prince-
already.
Prince and MJ were on a whole nother level of icon to me. So it would kind of match. It'd be an expensive show, but
I would love for me personally to see James Brown, Prince, and MJ together. That would be
insane.
And
That's the greatest right there. That's the greatest show of all time. That's the greatest show.
if you had that, then Usher and Chris Brown had to open up. Since they're like following after their pattern with the dancing and stuff. Spank said no. Okay.
Okay. All right, so Shay, we're gonna go a whole little another direction. Favorite comedian of all time.
Of all time. You always hit me with the favorites. I like it was Kevin Hart, but I think that Dave Chappelle kind of took over. And I wasn't a fan at first because of the type of comedy that he does. It's very raw. But when you really listen to him, he has a lot to say. Like Chris Rock does too, but it's just in a different capacity. Dave is funny and
Chris Rock is funny.
he is funny, but he's more, I feel like he's more political.
Absolutely.
He's political like D.L. Hughley. But Dave is funny, just
Different.
Yeah.
honestly, I'm going Bernie back. I'm going with the Bernstein.
The Bernstein.
I mean, he would probably get canceled right now in today's society.
Absolutely.
Well,
And he wouldn't
Bernie
care.
is incredible, bro.
I gotta go Papa Rich, man. Richard Pryor, greatest of all time. Like it's like to the point. This is how I really judge like a comedian. If I can listen to them, not even see it, and laugh, I'm like, he's the guy. And one time I was asleep and Live in Concert came on. I woke up, I was cracking up. You know what I mean? I'm like, this boy funny, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
And
great.
and I think like he was such a like pioneer to let all of these other guys come through, like Eddie Murphy, Martin. I mean, Martin is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Martin he was a genius, man. He just was so funny. But I think a lot of that comes from Richard Pryor, and then like for me, that's 1A and 1B is Red Fox. You know what I mean? I love Red Fox as well.
San Francisco.
I'm like an old school dude, so like I grew up when I was younger. I always listened to old heads, so they just remind me of that time. You know, What would you say?
Man, that Richard Pryor that's automatic. Also, Cat Williams is super funny. Corey Holcomb too. He's super hilarious, man. He would get canceled too.
For sure. Absolutely.
Eddie Murphy. But that's Richard Pryor, you know what I mean? He's the GOAT. Eddie's funny, man. Like, also, this is honorable mention, Paul Mooney, man.
Yeah.
Not seeing him, just listening to him, the stories. This man is hilarious. When you get back at Carsworth, turn him on. He'll be cracking up, man.
I mean, Bernie's he's the GOAT, but one of my personal favorites is Sad.
Sad's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Sad is maybe, and it's just because he's got that little
No, he's the smoothest big dude alive. He's the smoothest big dude. He be killing it, man. I love Sad, man. And one of my favorite guys is and I'm gonna forget his name. And I always do this. Big man. I can't think of
Lavelle Crawford.
Lavelle Crawford.
So funny.
He is so funny to me, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He has me dying, man. I love him, yo. You know, and laughter is good. You know what I mean? It's good to laugh. You always smiling, laughing. Tell me about that. Like, you know, what is that? Is that something that you purposely do, or you're just happy?
You know what? It's just too much going on. And when so much stuff going on, it's kind of like I just try to find the good out of something. And, you know, we work hard. We work extremely hard, and we're so serious about our crafts and stuff like that. And it's like, if I could just find something to laugh about, like my pastor always say, you can't laugh, you can't last. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Powerful. You know, I just try to just keep humor, just find something. You know, if I'm looking at you, I'm like, you know, it's something we gonna find that's funny. You know what I mean? Or not like to talk about you, but it's something we can just make light of the situation. It's not be too bills, everything. It's just too much to think about. You know what I mean? Being a parent, you know what I mean? Being a husband, that stuff is just heavy. You know what I mean? But then it's like, it's funny to find something to laugh about. It's like,
that's gonna keep you youthful too.
Yeah. The stuff that I be wanting to say that I gotta like tame my thoughts.
Reel that thing in.
You gotta look.
Let's take facts. So our fact of life facts. Okay, our fact of life today is don't overplay your part in someone's life that underplays you. That's so powerful. So, I mean, we can all speak to this, and I would like to hear everybody's perspective on this. And since you know, it took you to tongues, let us know how you, what's your perspective on this?
I think it's super important not to give too much to somebody ain't giving you. I think, but I've been on both sides of it. To the person that a lot of times, like, it's hard to give so much to other people because you really work hard and you be busy. You know what I mean? So I think the flip side is having somebody that understand that times you be busy. But if you feeling like you playing yourself, stay away from them for real. Because you know what I mean? Don't invest into something that ain't investing back into you or giving you anything back. Get out of there.
I mean, I agree. I see it from both sides. But on the one hand, when you are giving so much of yourself and you're not getting anything in return, you're being drained. And that can be overwhelming, you know, when somebody just takes advantage. And it also depends on the relationship. It depends on the circumstances. If the person is capable of, reciprocation, that should be expected. So in that sense, you definitely want to step out of that relationship if possible. But there's sometimes, some people don't know how to give. Like, nobody is you. And whatever you give, that's what you have been blessed to be able to do as a person. So you might be a giver. And that doesn't mean that everybody knows how to match that, but they should be giving something back to you. If it's always a complainer on the other end of the line, when you're talking on the phone, if it's always, can I have, can I get, and they're never offering even an ear to listen to you if you need to vent or if you need something. Right. Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, I also agree. That's a tough position. Reciprocation is key, you learn once, what's the saying, fool me once, but the second time, third time, you have to switch it up. You have to either distance yourself or you know, just stay away from them because then it's on you. You know, if you want to continue to deal with that person, then you're just abusing yourself. You know you're a giving person, so stop, you know, making yourself available for them. You know, it's just a matter of tests and trials. Like hey, I look out for you. Cool. Oh, it's not coming back. All right, no, it's all good. I just know how to deal with you accordingly. That's that. But it changes some people too. That's another bad thing. You know, a lot of giving, warm, beautiful people, you know, they turn kind of cold. You know, it takes a lot for them to open up after you deal with somebody who does them dirty, you know, who doesn't reciprocate. So, yes.
What if you're a loner? Like, what if that person's a loner, but you're like a super, I need affection, I need this. And it's kind of like, oh, I'm really giving and my heart ain't like that, but I just don't have the capacity because I just like being by myself. You know what I mean?
It's just selfish.
Huh? Oh, is that selfish?
Right. I think that with that is like, you know, when you get into any type of relationship with somebody, you should understand who they are, who you are. You know what I mean? You should know, like, okay, just from conversations, like, you know, I like to be by myself. I go to the movies by myself. You know, that's just who I am. Sometimes I go dark on people. You know that from the rip. So why would you even be doing anything extra if you knew that situation? Whatever. My perspective is this. Like, I'm always, y'all know me for a long time, so I'm not just saying this. I've been throwing events since I was in my teens. Every event that I've had, I've always invited you, and other guys. I'm always trying to bring everybody together. So that's the tip I'm on. Don't say to me, you on the same tip, and I'm including you in everything, but you don't look at me the same way. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. So, like, I'm like from Philly, and the way we grew up is like, yo, if that's your homie, you got to ride for him. Like, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Yo, somebody's threatening my sister, or somebody came at my kids, I'm dropping everything I'm doing and I'm coming your way. But if vice versa happens and you don't come my way, I'm going to feel some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. When somebody says that they're on, you know, they rocking how you rocking, I got your back like you got my back. And then when it comes time for them to produce, they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most hurtful feeling I'm a Scorpio. So the worst thing you can do to me is lie to me or deceive me. Because after you do that, I'm never going to trust you again. All right. So that's my whole thing. So it's like, if that's not the tip you want, if you don't feel that way, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But don't act like, no, if I was there, I'm rocking. Mm-hmm. You know, one time my brother got into a situation and I was at the studio with one of my friends. He said somebody pulled a gun on him. I'm like, yo, somebody pulled a gun on my brother. I'm about to go down there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, see, you holler at me later. Okay, I know what type of boy he is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Versus Aaron, if he with me, he done been in plenty of situations with me that got crazy. He gonna roll with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know that about him. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me, anything he called me for, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you just have to be honest with people about what you want to do and what you ain't.
Yeah.
Do,
and some people ain't built that way.
Yeah, and that's
fine. Know what I mean? That's because I know some homies, I'm not calling them if I'm getting in a fight. Yeah. I'm like, man, nah, he running. Like, and I'm okay with it. Because it's like, yo, don't let me pull up. And then you kind of like, I'm out here fighting for myself. I'm like, yo, come on, dog. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Like, and I mean, if you don't mind me saying it, like, Spank been in a couple situations where he called me, like, on nothing that had to do with music, but just a situation he got in, and I came through. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, because that's my man. So I'm not going to ever let you, you know, be in a situation where you feel like outmatched and all that. Like, you know what I mean? We're not having that because we're not going to start the trouble. We're going to definitely end it. You know what I'm saying?
That's for sure. Man, that just reminded me when we was at Austin, Texas? Was it Texas? We was somewhere in Texas. It was just this random one. We getting ready to go back to the tour bus. And it was just some random couple that was walking past. And this dude I don't know what it was about Spank. He just did not like Spank for some reason. So it was like his girl was walking past. She had this random outfit on. I'm like, yo, what the heck? So, of course, we like, yo, what she got on? Like, what's she doing? So homeboy was like, yo, don't be looking at my girl. To Spank. And I'm like, yo, what you talking about? And then so randomly, I'm like, yo, why you talking to my boy? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, he like, yo, but he kept going around me.
Around me to get to me.
Trying to get to him. I'm like, and I'm up here talking to the dude like, yo, I'm right here too. And I'm just like, but the thing is, we was going to destroy this dude. Cause I'm like, why? What is it about Spank? He ain't even do nothing. He
I was smaller.
That's what I was going to say. Probably the size.
Yeah.
He was ignoring Spur.
He kept ignoring.
Wait a second.
He ain't want no smoke with you.
Yeah, it was a crazy situation, but
Dirty John.
Like not even in your
Seriously. I'm trying to watch what I'm saying. Like, I'm a little offended, sir. I would never ever talk to her.
Yes. Never. You got that, buddy.
See those songs?
Salute to you.
right.
You the man.
Matter of fact, can I pay for y'all food? You know what I mean?
I
Keep y'all
thought
out
y'all
of
was
way.
yeah.
Like,
So yeah. So just be careful.
They was probably going through a reassurance stage.
And you probably one of the dudes that she kind of like the type that she likes.
reassurance stage.
Can't take a person.
But you got to be careful out here these days, like who you spend your time on, and what you actually doing, because a lot of people will fake out their own family for friends that won't think twice about them. You know what I mean? So you got to always be careful about who you invest your time with. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, something that I saw the other day called feigning friendship. And that's basically someone that's just a friend for you for ulterior motives. They say all the right things. They do all the right things. They tell you that you're their best friend, all this kind of stuff, only to when they can stab you in the back or when they don't need you, not communicate anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's whack. And you know what I hate? Because we're musicians and stuff like that, when you have your friends that really are only your friend because they're waiting for that opportunity. I hate that.
And they're not friends.
They're not friends, but then it's like, oh, you are my brother. You my brother. Nah, because
how do you deal with that? Because I know it comes my way, it comes your way, but I know you like a popular drummer that a lot of people want to be like and emulate. So I know a lot of people come around you that seem like, oh, I look up to you, and then they really want to take your spot.
Man, yeah. It's always been like a little weird. I just try to like get to know people for themselves and just try to stay at least like a little open, you just being nice and stuff. Cause then I was just reacting naturally, somebody I don't know kind of talking and this and that. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of shutting down. And then you hear, oh man, you're, funny acting or you this, you that. And it's like, so I just kind of programmed to at least be a little open just to be nice, but it's weird.
So it's hard for people to get in.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's natural. I mean, when you've experienced that over and over again, that's natural. And you have to protect yourself because people don't care.
I guess I'm an idiot. I'm like, what's up, baby? Yeah, take my number. Yeah.
One thing I noticed about Spank, though, Spank will put anybody on. Like, if you got talent, Spank always will put cats on. I noticed it about you. You and Daryl, actually. Yeah. Like, y'all always will give that extra push. It's like, I think about, like, cats that just, you're like, all right, look, we're going to have you start tacking. We're going to get you right. We're gonna put you through the ringer just so you can get right. Because you're not going to embarrass me out here.
Yep.
But, like, even Spank, some of the young musicians in the area, like, Spank was always one of the ones to be like, yo, you can play, da-da-da. I'm about to, you know what I mean, and put you on the situation. Like, I always love that about y'all, for sure.
Yeah, Daryl definitely put me on to several situations early on, doing background singing and stuff. That's where I started.
That's fire.
Definitely.
Shout out to Daryl Spank.
Down, JDR.
And while we saying that, we got Hungry Musicians Podcast merch. So right now we a little ghetto with it. If you want to order, just hit the DM up or any of the messages, and we'll get your address and send it on over until we get the website done. And we appreciate y'all, man. And today is done. Bam. Peace.